Are we live? Let's try this again. Take 2. Thank you, Streamlabs. How are you all doing? Thank you so much for coming back again. This is stream 2 of the second last day, which means we're trying this again. And I am going to not... That's my troll face. I am going to take it easy on Streamlabs because I think it doesn't work too well if I do too many things in Streamlabs. So I'm going to play some music, take it easy, and then share my screen again because that's what we're doing. Alrighty, thank you so much for coming back again. Hopefully this should be fine and hopefully no more hiccups. But even if there are, we'll keep going, we'll keep coming back, we'll do as many take as it takes, right? Okay, so while you're all trickling back in, I'm gonna start asking a poll on YouTube. Okay, today's poll is something new. Or newish. Ooh, Streamlabs clone. That would be awesome, Kizzy. Okay, this is today's question. Oh yeah, improve Streamlabs and we, luckily I know how to record your screen. I've done this in Slack. And we just gotta make an Electron app. Why not? And we should be able to, I think the big thing that works really well for Streamlabs is the fact that it gives you all these plugins built in and all these layouts. So that is, the marketplace is kind of a big thing. But if we start off the person with like some pre-made overlays. If you start off the people with some overlays, give them some widgets they can use, some commonly used widgets, I think that would be good. And just give it to them for free. Have like a freeware. Just like how Streamlabs does. I think that would be a really great learning experience. Great idea, Kizzy. I'm gonna screenshot that. Okay, here's the question for today. And then this question is going to be in YouTube. Okay, here's the goal. Here's the question. Come on down to YouTube if you want to answer this poll. The question is, how are your 2025 goals going this year? Are you crushing it on and off, or what goals? Okay, I love that there's 2 people who answered and one says crushing it, one says what goals. It's like the opposite spectrum. On and off, okay. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a seat. We can use Claude 3.7 Sonnet. Make it a PWA. I started with 230, I'm down to 200. Damn! time. That's pretty good. Awesome. That is pretty good. Slack down, Slack clone created with AI before Slack came back up. I know, Slack went down pretty bad that day. What about me? Yeah, my goals, actually, I'm crushing it. I am so excited to share for the first time. I feel like it's at the end of February. I've never been able to keep up with my goals, okay? I'm usually the struggle with consistency. But this time, I feel like my goals are going really well. And I think the reason is because I'm doing this in public. I'm building this, I'm building on this live stream, which makes me want to come and code every single day. And another goal of mine was to also get back in shape. My goal is to have six-pack by summer. Not six-pack, but some abs. Hot girl summer. That's my goal. And I'm doing really well because it's February, I'm almost end, and I've been going to gym every single week. I've been working out every single week, and I'm already starting to lose weight, and I'm so proud of myself. And it has worked really well for me because I have a friend who goes to gym with me. So I was talking about this yesterday, but having an accountability buddy who is doing the same goals as you helps a lot, because some days when I feel like she'll be like, okay, let's go. And then some days when she's feeling like some abs, and it works really well. SolidJS 2.0 signals, I saw that. That is the next goal. What are my goals apart from profession? My goals apart from profession, I'm trying to look for my journal because I wrote it all down. I'll show you actually. I'm sharing my screen, right? So I don't know if you guys know, I sometimes share this on Twitter, but I also like to paint. I like to do oil painting. So this painting right here, I made this with acrylic, but this painting right here, I made it with acrylic as well. One of my proudest paintings is actually that of Greece. I painted this scene, Santorini, Greece. If you have ever been to Greece, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I painted this blue scene, and it's in my bathroom, because my bathroom has like a Greek vibe going on. So I painted this with oil paints, and I'm so proud of this painting. This is not what I painted, but the painting that I made, I'm so proud of it. My goal is to, okay, hold on, before I show you this. My goal is actually to paint this wall behind me, the wall that you see with this pink projection, and I want to paint a forest, a forest scape. So I want to have like big redwoods or evergreens, and I want to have like a forest theme going on. That's why I have some plants here. On this side as well, I've got some plants. I want to do that this year. That is my goal. I'm going to make my office kind of like my green space. I call it my safe space. I call my office my safe space, and I want to make a green forest theme vibe here. I see your Indian is coming out. Why? Okay, but this is my ultimate goal. This is what I want to paint. Okay, come on, show me the whole painting. Oh no. Oh no. This is my ultimate goal. I want to paint this painting exactly with this much detail. I really like the detail of the sun. If you see here, you see how the clouds are just like so beautifully. There's a little bit of white, a little bit of shine, a little bit of gray, and a lot of blue in here. The sunshine on the hills, the reflection of the water. We don't always say washroom, we say bathroom as well. What are you talking about? I've lived here like pretty much all my youth. This is the kind of level of detail I want to get to. I want to paint this before June comes around. Like last year I was actually painting like one painting a month at least, but towards the end of the last year I was struggling a lot mentally, emotionally, so I wasn't able to paint very much. But I want to get back into it now that I'm feeling better, and my next goal is to make something that I can feel inspired from, happy from, and I'm gonna put it in my room. But also paint the back of this wall. I want to show you what I want to do there. See, even the bookmark says painting goal. Forest scape. Seattle has this like really beautiful mist during the fall season, and that's what I want to paint. Misty mountains, kind of like this. Not exactly, but kind of like this. Seattle area looks like this. It's so beautiful, especially when I'm driving from Seattle down to Vancouver to see my parents. The roadways kind of looks like this. It's like winding through these misty mountains, and I find it so peaceful. And I want to have this painting in the on this back wall. Please tag everyone on Discord. See, I'm trying to not use everyone too much on Discord because there's a lot of people and I feel like it is a bit spammy. So maybe I'll create a new role on Discord. I'm gonna create that. Maybe I'll create it right now. Okay. Let's go into this Discord. Okay. I'm gonna write a message and I'm gonna say, actually I'm gonna create a bot. No. I don't know if I should be doing it on the stream, but why not? Meanwhile, I'll play this nice video so you guys can be entertained instead of just me. What the fuck is this? Discord. Oh, this is the one. Okay, almost done creating this role. So you can be notified anytime a live goes out. Alrighty, wow, that took a long time, but I just posted a message in the general channel on Discord, and in the future when a live stream goes out, I will use that role, which is actually Hyperachiever's role, to notify you. All the best for your painting goals. Thank you. Is there a Twitch channel for you? Yes, there is. I am twitching on I'm Twitch live streaming on twitch.tv/, I'll share that here. twitch.tv/Shruti Kapoor. This is now a painting stream. We should switch to painting instead of VS Code. And only painting stream in future. I was actually thinking of doing that for the 10,000K celebration. Guess what? We're gonna be reaching 10,000K soon. Oh my god, you guys, my mom is in the chat. Kavita Kapoor, hi! I bet it's my mom and dad together. Hi, what's going on? Are we learning painting today? We can. But maybe another day. Yeah, so we'll do actually a painting live stream when we reach 10,000K and 10,000 subscribers, and I will announce that when we are close to 8,000 subscribers. So keep it on the down low for now, but once we get to 8,000, I'll publish like a live stream. Is that a fake account? Fake account? For Twitch? No, it's not a fake account. I'm live streaming there. Okay, shall we get coding today? What time is it? 10:20. Let's get coding. So most people are saying that their goals are on and off, and Kavita Kapoor, that's not a fake account, that's my mom. Hello, auntie and uncle. Alrighty, folks, let's get started. How many of you are here for the very first time? Tell me if you're joining for the first time, because that will help me know how much demo I should do. But most of the people I see in the chat have been here for a while, except for my mom. So maybe I should do a demo. Maybe I don't need to do a demo. But here's the state of things. We have, there's this weird bug that I don't like, but let's keep it for now. Okay, we have this app where we actually fix the UI a little bit. It's looking a little bit more pretty. But when we click on this, we actually see this details page, and this is not developed yet. This is what we're going to focus on today. When we click this, I want to see the details of this page. And just to remind you, we have a Figma as well. The Figma is right here. And we want the property detail to look like this. Okay, we have this image carousel. There's a big there's a header at the top, which is the same on this side as well. It just doesn't look the same, but it's the same. Everyone say hello, auntie. My mom's in the chat. My mom decided to join me. Okay, and then there is a big price at the top, and there's a heart button. Instead of heart, we're actually going to add the like and dislike buttons, just like what we have in here, right in here. Same idea. If you like it, we'll show you more properties like that. If you don't like it, we'll show you less of those properties, just like how a real estate app should show you properties. Actually, we have like these big buttons at the bottom, love it or not for me, but they do the same job. And then we have a recommendations for you thing here, which is the same as the recommendations on this on the home page as well, which is what we were working on yesterday over here. More button on the home page, that is just to avoid loading multiple items at the same time. Performance optimizations as we go. And then on the property details page, we have a recommendations for you, which is how we'll show you more properties. And then same thing, we'll probably add like a load more button here as well. And then more properties you like, the better. Is this mock data or also build a DB and API for this? Everything is built. This is this Figma is obviously mock data, but everything is built. This is all coming from Zillow, the real estate API. And we are not using mock data in this. So just to give you a kind of walkthrough of what we've built, I actually have a keynote that I was showing yesterday, but I'll show it again today. This is an architecture of what this looks like. Okay, this is kind of what the app looks like. This is what our homepage looks like. We have got a banner and there's a search bar. When a user types in, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom and so, from the client side, we send a request over to our backend, which is where we have this API property, which is API called API parse properties. Here we pass in natural language, which is the English language text that the user wrote, over to our LLM API. This is OpenAI. We're using OpenAI to parse English into JSON, which is the text that we send back to our Zillow API. And this is all happening on our server side. So then we use this JSON, which is kind of a requirements that of the property that we want to see. So we send it over to our Zillow API, which is a real estate API we're using. You can use Redfin, you can use whatever you want. We just ended up using Zillow. And then Zillow actually does the job of like sending these properties and finding properties that match our requirement. We send it over to the client side, and then on the client side, we actually store all of this information in our cache, so that if your text string is the same, we don't have to look for the same cache over and over again. So that's how we do it. Then on the recommendation side, the way we do this is, let's say that a user liked a property, we send a JSON of the property that they liked. And this is so we can store it actually. We generate embeddings for that property, we store it in a convex database. Then when we want to show them recommendations, we actually do a vector search on the property that they did like, using the embedding of the property, which we actually get from LLM API, the OpenAI API again. And we are connected to OpenAI through LangChain. Then we get a list of properties back from the convex database, which actually does a vector search to give us a list of recommendations. So we've got property 1, property 2, property 3, and this is actually IDs of the property in the database. So then the next thing we have to do is actually get that ID from the database and get its properties, like get its details, like price and address and all of that stuff, and then display that on the UI. Now that fetching from the database to get its details, that part we haven't done, but today we're going to actually build this details page. And then once we have finished that, we'll go ahead and add that fetching of the ID, because that part is just simple. It's like one hook we have to call, just use query. All right, are you ready? Shall we do it? How to approach salary increment. Ooh, you know what? This stuff I'm actually, I have a, I get so distracted on live streams, but I have been working on this book. Okay, I'm gonna move this here. I'm so close to shipping this book. Oh my god, I have to ship this book tomorrow. Crap. Okay, I think this is the one. Okay, this is the book that I've been writing. This is a free ebook that I'll be shipping out tomorrow. And if you wanna get early access, actually no, I don't want to say early access, because 10:30 in the morning we have to ship this out. I have to ship this out. So I'm actually talking about this in this book itself, which is negotiation. So tomorrow when I send this book out, you'll be able to receive it. It's a free book, so you'll be able to get it for free. But I have some recommendations on how to ask for salary negotiations in that book. But if you need any more help, you can feel free to book a one-on-one call with me. I'll leave the link to that in the book as well. You know what? I cannot live stream for too long today because I have to finish this ebook. But okay, let's keep going. I don't wanna waste any more time because I got some more projects to do right after this. Okay, so this is the details page, and if you probably know, then you know that V0, which is by Vercel, actually takes a Figma and it can create just code for you, especially if you're using Shadcn code, Shadcn components. So that's what we're gonna do. I think I already had like a chat going with V0, and I'm gonna, where is it? Where are the recent chats? Library? There. I am going to, it actually created a page for me, so I'm going to repurpose that page, and I'm going to create that from my page.tsx. And this is what the details page looks like. ID page. And can I preview this? Based on properties you liked. Then if I click this, okay, I don't know, page.tsx. This is what actually V0 created for us, so we're gonna just yoink it and start working on it. you got it, Chirag. How many years does it take to become a senior engineer? I've seen people who've become senior engineers in just 3 years. So I think it really just depends on your company, to be honest. And then I've seen people who are still working in their 10th year and are still senior engineers. So I don't know. I think it just depends on which company you're working at. Honestly, senior engineer means nothing. It's literally just a job title. And promotions are so like varied across companies. So you could totally be a senior engineer like even in your first year. You could have more experience than most of the people. But typically I would say 3 to 5 years. At least if you haven't had the conversation in your 3rd year, go for it. Okay, so I was gonna look for, we actually have routes in this page, in this app. So we have a route set up for this property details, and I'm gonna go in here and show you that, which is property details here. So this is kind of where this property details is coming from, but then this is my routes, right? So I'm gonna create a property details. I wish property details was like only used for property details page, but I'm going to create a new component here called property details page, and that's where I'm going to start adding my components. Details, and then I'm going to do some rename later. I'm not going to worry about that right now, but let's add property details page. Today's going to be like fast coding and less talking. So I hope you're ready. I'm gonna yoink it in here, and then I'm just gonna export property details. Property detail page. And then here I'm gonna import property details page, and then I'm gonna call this property ID I need. And then I'm gonna call property details page, and this actually should accept a property ID. Should accept a property object called property details, and then const property details. We're gonna create an object here, and then here we're just gonna call, there you go, equals property details. And it says now it's probably going to show some errors because we have this stuff coming in, and I definitely don't need that. So I'm going to replace, we have this header. I don't need this header. Main content. Okay, main content would do. I do need that. Link is not defined. Let's get rid of link. Where is link? Link href. Let's get rid of this. Back to search. I'm just gonna call it A. And anywhere there is link. Fail to construct image. Here, if you've got image, replace that with image, and then again if you've got an image anywhere, replace it with image. Move this up. You already wrote a fallback component. Can you once show that? Fallback component, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the default component? Image. What else? Okay, starting to look good. Contact agent. This is weird stuff. We don't need all of that. Alrighty, so there's a cap. It says I like that there is a back to search at the top. The one that is showing the error now, that is actually coming from Tanstack router. So it comes with a default fallback component. Okay, I want to remove some of this stuff that should not be here. Schedule a tour. Right column, contact and map. Okay. Ooh, I like how the recommendations for you is at the side. Better job than we could. It created this recommendations for you for the sidebar. And then it also has like this contact agent, which, you know what, we don't need that right now. But if you want to ever sell this app, that is epic. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move this out, this right side. And it has a map as well. I do like that. I do like some components that it gave for me. So I'm going to move these out of here. Schedule a tour. Contact agent. And what else? Map view. I do like that map view. Recommendations for you. I'm going to keep this recommendations for you because I like that it's on the side. I think it makes it very nice. But then all of this stuff, I'm going to delete. And I am going to create a new component here called future details .jsx, and it's just because I want to kind of store this for the future. Export default. What's happening? Future details. Return. Okay. Alright, meanwhile this should look better, and now we've got recommendations for you on the side. I do want this kind of property all the way. It should take the whole kind of width, so I'm going to get rid of thank you for your heart and nice work, really appreciate it. Aww, I appreciate you being here. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Sterling? Nice to see you here. Okay, I kind of want to add the chatbot here. Sterling, where are you in the world? Chat box. Add. Vertical. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna add the chat box right here. Oh, too big. Oh, I don't like this. Never mind. Okay, I got distracted. All right, let's go. All right, so we got property details, and then we got this details page. You are in Tri-Cities. I travel to Seattle a lot. Nice. We should do a Seattle meetup. Eddie, who also shows up on the streams, is also from Seattle. Okay, what was I doing? Right. I want to add a carousel component here at the top where it says property 1, property 2. I don't see where that is. Oh, it's right here, isn't it? Property view 1. Okay, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4 map. It says I don't want this. I don't want this. I'm gonna get. Okay, why is there a div of grids here? I don't want that. I'm gonna have a carousel component here, and I'm gonna call it carousel. And if you have never implemented a carousel in React, I highly encourage you to do this, because it is one of the most commonly asked interview questions. So I'm just going to say const carousel equals return oh, neat. Okay, there's a previous and next, and then here I'm going to say div image flex gap 2. Wow, okay. Image. But actually what I want here is an image. Source width and height, I'm gonna give this width of 100%. Source is gonna be image source. Just gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna come here and add this later, but this is gonna be our carousel component, and this is gonna have a bunch of different images. Yeah, we should. Yes, we should. Okay. Property details in here, right? These are all like hard-coded stuff. So let's go ahead and add that. So we've got this property ID here. Now we have to fetch this from the real estate API. And I believe we were doing part of this in property details. We actually have to call another API here. We have in this property details component that we wrote earlier, we've got save property. I think there's a function called fetch property, which we actually got rid of, but we need to bring that back in here. So basically what we need to do is when we land up on a property, we want to be able to call Zillow's API with the property ID so that we can get more information on that property, because the information that we've saved in the database is not complete. There is some information, but it's not complete. So what we could do is we could send some information over when we click using URL parameters. But then when we land on this page, we could also fetch from the API so that we have some placeholder information and then some information that's already populated, right? So that's like optimization when you land on the page already. So you don't just see blank because you have to call in a new API, right? So there's some optimization we can do. So let's do that. How are we gonna send that information over? Let's open Tanstack router to see what information can we send. Any plan to turn it into SaaS? I should turn it into SaaS. I want to turn it into SaaS. Let's do it. I actually don't know how to sell it, but I can figure that out. This is not the first time that somebody has asked me that. So if you know of somebody who wants an app like this, let me know. Okay, search params. Okay, do you guys know, does anybody know how to send details in the search parameter, in the URL, so that you can actually store that in here, right here, and then you can use that information to populate the page? Do you know how to do that? People will pay if we can solve their problem. Yes. Exactly. And searching for real estate is hard. So we're going to look for something called search parameters. You want to get the query values from the URL, is that right? That is correct. I want to get the search parameters from the URL. You can use the link property of React Router. Link property. Wait, I was reading through this. There. You're right, Greenbyte. The best way to update search params is to use the search prop on the link component. If the search of the current page will be updated from the prop is specified, the to prop can be omitted. So you got search, you do that. Oh, link options. Okay, this is what I need actually. This is a property. Hold on. I've got, where's my routes? And then in my route, I've got home. And then each of these app.jsx property details will open as an ID or the latter part. Oh, use search retrieves query parameters as an object. Nice. Hi, Lalit Kumawat. Okay, so I think what we can do is probably put them as part of the link object and then use the we could do the use search hook like you mentioned as Sterling. Okay, let's open, where is it, my page? Property listings, I think, property card, there it is. Link to this, but then here I could pass in, what is it called? What is it called? Search parameter? I think it's called, search, yeah. So I could pass in a search parameter that has, let's just send one item. Let's send price. Property price, and that is going to be, or let's call it price. Price is going to be price because we already have this information. Then we've got bedrooms. Let's send this to information. Okay, let's just see what we get. So we've got price and then bedrooms, bedrooms coming in from the URL itself. And now in the details, I want to use that. So I've got use params here, but then I could do, there is a hook here at the bottom called use search, right? Use search. I think I saw that right here. There. Route.use search. So let's do that. Const. Oh, hold on. I could actually do that as part of price bedrooms route.use search, and then instead of sending in property details like that, I could send in let's just create an object. Const property is that, and then property details equals property details. Alrighty. And then in my details page, I just need to go ahead and fetch that. So I was fetching property details, and then I want to get that out, and I'm just going to console log this to see what I get. So now if I open my console, I get bedrooms price and undefined. Oh, but I had the Zillow property ID. And that is because when I click on this, I want to send this over. Okay, click on this. Okay, there you go. I got bedrooms price and Zillow PID, which is exactly what I need. Perfect. So some information I can send over, and then some information I can fetch. For some reason, this home re-renders too many times. Yay! Teamwork. Okay, let's minimize this. Okay, where is this heart and stuff? Okay, there's that property, image. It has a property. I don't need any of this stuff, but I need the share button, heart button. I do like that. So I'm gonna get rid of this guy, and then I'm gonna get rid of and I would like this to be outside of this grid. How about that? Column span too. I don't want columns in here. And div, and I just want just the one div. Div, carousel div. I got one div here. I got one. Hold on. Am I missing a div? Okay, I've got this div here. I'm gonna capture this div out of here. Command X, take this out. This is gonna be my div. I'm gonna give it some margin bottom. Place it here. I don't need double margins. Get rid of this. Alrighty. So now I've got a banner at the top. Actually, I've got like a carousel at the top, and then I've got my image here. I've got my price here, just like how I have in here. We have to implement the carousel. We'll get to that in a second, but let's keep implementing the rest of this. So now I've got a button, I've got a big price on the left, and then I've got some buttons on the right, right? So let's go ahead and do that. I've got some buttons on the price on the left, and then my share buttons are sitting here. So let's move this out. My carousel is in here, but I don't need these buttons in here. So I'm going to move them out of here. Okay, and I'm going to move them in right next to my price, which is right here. And I'm going to add my heart buttons in here. Okay, now actually don't like recommendations on the side, so let's move it out of here. Where is this recommendations? Contact and map. Fold this, comment this out. I don't like this. And then I think this actually creates a grid, so let's get rid of grid as well. We don't like a grid, no thank you. All right, better. Okay, I've got my heart buttons in here, I've got my address here. Without the carousel it kind of looks very sad, which is fine. Let's give it an image of height 100. Let's give it an image of height 700. Hi Karan. Width equals 800. Change 100 width 100. Oh, sure. Obviously that doesn't do anything because we don't actually have anything. So I'm gonna fake it. That's fine. That's pretty good. Alrighty, so what else do we need? We need the actual price, which we are bringing in from here. So let's hard code that value in here. Add that value in here instead of hard coding it. So price. Nice, 92,000. 92,000? That can't be right. That can't be right. You cannot get anything in 92,000. Atlanta, Georgia. Where is that? Map pin. Beautiful single value home. I'm actually going to put my heart buttons right here. Do you have a sandbox preview link that we can take a look at? Oh, you know what? Yes, you can actually. I don't have this real time because I need to commit it before you can see it in Code Sandbox. But you can use this. I don't have my Code Sandbox. Like I could have the sandbox version running in here, but I don't have a live link. I'm going to set that up tomorrow. At least for season 3, actually, I'll set it up. But for now, what you can do is you can clone this repo, and then this way you will have access to the code. And let me also git add. Let me commit this work in progress code so you can use it. So at least you have the most updated code as of now. Alrighty, let's also move these heart buttons right over here. I don't like that This is kind of at the bottom. So I actually want to put these heart buttons right where right where it says Atlanta, Georgia. So let me undo where that was. Okay, this is where I want it. I'm going to move my heart buttons down. Actually, move this down here. Okay. Nice. Easy peasy. Alrighty, what else? Beautiful single home, 3 beds, 2 baths. We have number of bedrooms, so let's add that. How many beds do we have? Do we actually have 3 beds? And then here I'm going to add bathrooms as well, which actually I don't have access to right now, which is fine. I'll bring it in. And then there is more headlines and stuff, the year built, lot size, heating and stuff, which these are actually the highlights. And if you remember, in one of our live streams, we built this nice to have features. So we'll keep this, but we'll make it nicer. We call it pills. But for now, we actually don't have a lot of this information coming in because we haven't sent that through our route. So let's send that over. Make share and heart icon on the bottom right corner. Bottom right corner, you mean here? I am not going to add that because I have 2 buttons, love it or not for me, that I want to add, which are actually our recommendation buttons. And at the bottom we have our recommendation list. So the heart buttons and share button will stay at the top. Hey Aditya, nice to see you here. Cloning the project now. Yeah, and then if you want to post like a code sandbox link, then you can do that as well. It'll help other people as well as Sterling. Okay, let's bring in the rest of the data over from our property page, which was which page was it? Property actions? No. Header. Let's remove. There's so many items in here. Search bar. Property listing. I forgot where my link was. Property details. I think it was property card. Yes. Okay. Property card. Let's add the rest of the stuff. Bathrooms. What else do I need? Street address, image, home type, nice to haves. No, I don't need preference. Actually, I could have preference. You know why? Because I have this heart button, right? And if I have preference set to true, which means that I already like this property, I could keep it as like red heart. That would be so cool. What else? Zillow PID and anything else? That's it. Okay, what are you making? Explain a bit. Yeah, so I'm actually making a real estate app where we can use English language text to send information, and search for properties. Now, the way that we do this is we convert English language text to JSON using LLM. And then in just like, if you scrub the live stream back a little bit, I explained what we did. So watch that bit because I explained the architecture, all of this as well. So go back and watch that part. But basically what we're doing is we're creating a real estate app where we can write English language text and then it generates like a list of properties that match the English language that we wrote. Like we could say, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom house in this to this range. I'm looking for an apartment in this to this range. And then it'll find you those apartments or those houses. And then you can like or dislike a property and it'll show you more properties similar to that, just like a recommendation engine in Netflix. So we are building, oh my god, I know exactly what to tell our investors. We're building Netflix for real estate. I really liked your recent video about use ref hook. Ah, thank you. Would love to see more content on the advanced JavaScript. You know what? If you have any content requests, something that you want to see, just let me know. I have been thinking of the next videos that I want to put out. So I have videos up to March planned out. But after that, if you have any content requests, let me know. Any topic as well. So the 3 topics that I'm focusing on this year are AI, React, and JavaScript. Pretty broad topics. But if there's anything specific that you want me to do, let me know. Hey Sigma, so good to see you. Sat Shri Akal to you too. Okay. Is there any open source project? This is an open source project. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Let's get that out here. There you go. Zillow PID. Why don't you have Zillow PID? ZPID. And then preference. And then now I'm just going to send that over. Instead of writing property details, I'm just going to send that over. Use search. Okay. Const equals this. Isn't there a shortcut to do this? Apply. ZPID. I don't wanna preference details dot preference. Okay. Bedrooms. Apply. Add nice to haves. Nice to haves. What else? Zillow PID. I'm getting that from the prompts already. Okay. Add nice to haves. Alrighty. I could just send property ID. Why do I have to say Zillow PID? Go to easy snippet bro. Rapid API is asking for my credit card to subscribe for testing the API. Did you have to do that? Okay, Akanksha, this is a supportive chat and we do not accept any form of language like that. So please retract your message. This is a supportive chat where we are encouraged to share our messages, our opinions without feeling like we could be harassed or bullied by anybody else. So folks, please maintain code of conduct in the chat as well. Hey Tanishk, welcome. Rapid API is asking for my credit card to subscribe for testing the API. Did you have to do that? Rapid API, I can't remember. I think I had to add my credit card, but the API that I'm using is okay. I am going to put some people in timeout because this kind of language is not acceptable here. I must remind you all that this is a supportive community. We do not accept any form of harassment, any form of bullying language towards anybody, whether to each other, to me, or to anybody else who's viewing this chat or viewing this live stream. So I just put you in timeout, but using language like that can definitely get you banned forever. Okay, so what I was saying is that I used Rapid API, but the API that I'm using is free, and it should give you 500 requests per month. No, is it per month? I think it's per month. So 500 requests was enough for me to build this app last season, and I did not get like rate limited, so you should be fine. You won't get charged for it unless you subscribe to the API's Pro version. The one that I'm using in my code, you should be able to use as well with no problem. And you won't get charged for it unless you subscribe to the next tier version, which is the paid version. So it should not give you a surprise charge. Okay, let's keep going. Bathrooms is not defined. We were on details page. Look, it's starting to send this information already. So neat. Like in the URL, it's starting to add this information already. I love that it makes it so easy. Like I've been using Tanstack router for the last like 2 months, ever since I started doing this live stream. And honestly, every time I feel like I need a feature, and I'm like, I wonder if Tanstack router does that, and it does it. So I am so impressed by the number of features it provides and the amount of thought process that they've already put behind it. Tanner has done an amazing job, and I'm sure there's a lot of contributors as well on this project, but the team has been awesome. Tanner has done an amazing job, and everybody else on the team has done an amazing job. Kudos to them. Okay, now that I've forgotten which page I was on. Oh yeah, property details page. Right. Okay, so what else did I need to do? Right. Extract additional information. I love that this AI is telling me what I need to do, because I have a hard time. I have a hard time staying focused. You know what? Something that I don't talk about a lot. Sometimes I think some things that I don't talk about words. Some things that I don't talk about a lot, that it's so hard for me to stay focused for such a long period of time. I mean, it's an hour and 16 minutes, and we've been coding for this long. And I am sure you can notice on live stream that I just get like distracted so easily. But typically when I'm coding by myself, I can only work for 25 minutes maximum. And so like coding on live stream is super, super hard for me, because it's so hard for me to remember. Secondly, just like coding on live stream is horrible. Sometimes people are super mean. But you guys are awesome. So thank you. So supportive. Okay, what was I doing? Right. I need home type and I need zip ID. Nice to have features. Nice to have. Awesome. Okay. Now I don't need property details anymore. Excuse me. And I need to replace hard-coded. Yes, please. Thank you. Apply. Why I said that is because this, the fact that this AI is able to kind of help me stay focused, I really appreciate that a lot. Because sometimes I'm like, wait, what was I doing? And then AI is like, you are doing this, or maybe you should do this. So I'm like, okay, thanks. Apply. Add image source. Apply image source. Okay. Add address. Apply. Delete 1800. No, we can keep that. Bathrooms 1800. Okay, so we've got 3 bedrooms. We don't know how many bathrooms. This property looks like a spam. Oh, thank you, Sterling. You got this, Shruti. You're doing good. Thank you. I just started using TanStack Router a couple of weeks ago and it's really good, right? So many things they've already thought about. I'm not a bot, Sigma Mill. She's not referring to me. When it reaches the app, the homepage, it does a fetch again. It should just fetch it from the... Oh, look at that. Let's fix carousel image source, carousel image 16. Okay. My friend was watching a React tutorial. After watching 2 hours of tutorial, guess what was his question to the streamer? What was his question? The CSS Tailwind are my biggest enemies. Why? Hi, Sujin. Why do you hate Tailwind? Are you teaching React or something? Oh, question. Was it not clear if it was React? Like, why was that something they asked? Okay, is this in a straight line? Oh yeah, that is a straight line. Oh, but this is not in a straight line. It's hurting my eyes. Because he was pretending to study. That has happened with me so many times. When I come to a lecture, especially during college, today I'm gonna study, and then the first 5 minutes I'll be like, yeah, I'm so excited, and then when the actual meaty stuff starts going, I'm just like, and then 30 minutes later I'm like, wait, what were you talking about again? That happens to me so many times, even in conference talks. I have such a hard time cannot sit through a conference talk in person. I just sit there because maybe the speaker is my friend and I just want to give them support. But I always have to go back and watch this talk on YouTube because I cannot understand anything when I sit through a talk. Because I'm just like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm going to support you. And then oh, how many people are there? Oh, this conference venue is pretty. Oh, and then I'm like, oh, wait, shit. What was the saying? Okay. What else should we do? The like button, the heart button, a bunch of functionality needs to be done here, right? We actually haven't fetched details about this property. So what I want to do, and then add those looks good to me button. So let's go ahead and add those looks good to me button, because once we hit that button, we actually just call our recommendation API. And the next part to do is actually fetch the API. And after that, we're actually pretty much, oh, we have to build the carousel. Attention span is cooked. I know, right? I think it's even worse for people with ADHD, which I was recently diagnosed with. I have severe ADHD, so I have no idea how I'm doing these live streams. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, the short videos. Oh my god, I can't stay on that platform forever. Okay, I need to look at the design. Love it. Not for me. 2 buttons. Div. Actually, let's do this. Let's do a little exercise. I think this is gonna be a simple yet fun exercise. I'm gonna ask you to help me code the design for this, and this is how you can practice yours. CSS and Tailwind skills. Let's code this love it and not for me buttons together. So I'm gonna code, you tell me, I'll be the typist. I'll be the typist, but you tell me what to write. Okay? Let's get rid of this guy. Oh my god, let's get rid of, and let's move this guy here. Let's code this together. Love it and not for me. Why don't we participate together? How can you sit so long hours working? I can't. I can do maximum of 25 minutes. It's actually really hard for me to do live streams, but I think I'm here because you all inspire me to sit here and talk to you, and I think it's entertaining, it's fun, but also I think I get distracted a lot while live streaming. But okay, let's code these together. Love it and not for me. So tell me, what class name should I add for this div? I'm gonna add this blank here, but you're gonna tell me what class name I should add. And then meanwhile, I'll add these two buttons. Love it. And just for reference, we are using Tailwind and Shadcn components, okay? So now, tell me what class name I should write here. I'm not good with class name. I ask AI to do that. I figured out the Zillow API key with Rapid API. Yay! Good job! Okay, let's do this together. The one that I'm using is Zillow Working API. That is correct. Zillow Working API is the one that I'm using. So if I look at this here, this is actually like that. Love it and not for me. But then I want to make it bigger and I want width. How can I do that? By Sigma Mail. Display flex align item center. Okay, let's try that. Display flex is actually just flex. Item center. And let's see what that gives us. That's the exact same thing. What I do need is that I need them to be the full width, right? I need them to be big buttons like this, and I want them to take up the entire space. And I also need that thumbs up button. So I have the right direction, but maybe we need something else. And you're free to like use Google or AI or whatever. So this is what we want, okay? I'm also gonna change the text. Okay. Any other ideas? These are all the items, these are all the options available to us. Let's actually experiment this, okay? Let's experiment this in the browser. So we've got flex. We can go with both button flex one. Let's try that. Flex one. And then it, oh, it doesn't. Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, that does not do the job, but I think we may have to add something else. Okay. Justify content. Space evenly. Width. No, flex column. Isn't it flex column? Any other ideas? We went stuff, so maybe anything over there. What's the issue you're having? So we actually want this love it or not for me buttons to take up the whole space. How can we do that? And then this actually has justify center, align item. I kind of want to give it a red background just so I can see. Instead of that, I'm just going to use like button. And then justify stretch, gap 4. Background white, text white. Let's try that. Background black, text white. Okay, justify stretch, gap 4. And then I also want items to be stretched. No, items actually place items, place items, what other? Ugh. Hold on, what happened here? Item stretch, justify. What's happening here? Width full. And then I'm gonna give it place items, content, items center. I think it's going to be justify content, justify between, but not width full. It should be auto. Let's try justify center, width full. Let's try that. Okay, not quite. The gap 4. Do you think that's causing it? Hold on, justify content stretch. Where is that coming from? Reload this. Okay. So I don't think we need width full. But what we do need is flex grow. Oh, why is this so hard? Okay, time to ask Claude. Center two divs. Create 2 buttons. Expand. On the page detail route. Wait, what? Oh, width full. Why is that happening? Center. Width 200 pixels. I don't want to give it a width of 200 pixels because I want it to be able to move according to the size of the screen. Look at this. I only give grid columns, but I don't want to give grid columns. Justify between items start. Justify. Oh, space between items end. And then width is auto. Width is auto. And then width is auto. Width is what is it, max? Full? Is that a thing? Width. It should work in the browser directly. Oh, but I also haven't added flex column here. Flex column, item, and then I'm going to get rid of this width, and I think this should be space. No. Items. End. No, items. Start. Hold on, where is my, let's open that CSS Flexbox. Flexbox, okay. All right, not this, this is what I want, space between, that's what I want. But I also want space between, justify content space between. That's what I was trying to add, justify space between, okay. And then I also want, this is flex column, which is what I want, but I also want it to stretch. I want the item itself to stretch. So then I want this align items to be stretch. Container align items stretch. align, but that is going to be on the vertical side. However, I need it on, oh, there it is. Align content, stretch. That's what I want. Okay. Did you do it, or are you just kidding with me? No, I totally didn't do it, asshole. Width full. Let's assign width full. Okay. Save. Reload. Max width full. Add width full to the parent. The parent is a width full. Let's try. Width full to the parent, and we'll do this. Let's try that. Actually, I probably don't need to add this because I've given line content stretch. Okay, I feel like something must be messing it up. Alrighty, so I justify space between. What is that creating? Let's look at its computed. Flex is display block. Oh, display for this. Display is in what the? Okay, let's get what is wrong in this. Oh my goodness. Justify space between to justify between. But I thought that justify space between is present in Tailwind, isn't it? Is it just called justify between? And then align content stretch, it says is called item stretch. Gap 4. Okay. And then what else? Let's take full width. And width full. Okay. Okay, that is correct. Space between is what I want. Align items is stretch. Okay, that is correct. That is what I want. Flex direction column. Okay, then I feel like we don't need this. It's probably gonna ask me to use it. Item stretch. Copy and paste this. You might need to send it to me on Discord. Send it to me in Discord. And then flex column, you said remove it. Right? That was the problem. Perfect. That was the problem. Flex column. Harshit. Let's also add some padding to this. T4. Then background black. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so there were two mistakes actually. The justify between, I think I was using justify space between, which is not correct. It needs to be justify between. Then the class name n was small. What a silly mistake. And then the item stretch, I think I had align item stretch after looking at that blog post, but it didn't stretch. That was a problem. I can't believe that I had small n, and that created so many issues. But also that flex column was also an issue. That helped a lot. Nice. Great community work. Yay. We did it together. Okay, let's add some nice background to this. I'm actually going to move this to a button. And then, oh shit, what happened? And the next thing is only to assign background color to it. So I'm gonna copy this color from here. This is a, what color is this? Copy this color. How do you give a, I think you can do like a, yeah. And then the color I'm going to give is, how does that look? A little too blue. Let's try that. Okay, I quite like that. How a background color is, I like that. And then the text color is white. Same way text is white for this, except the background color, I'm going to give it a little bit of dark, like yes, okay, cool. Not using cursor. I'm using augment, not cursor. I send it to you on Discord. Try an example if you don't like it. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Flex justify between gap 2, justify between gap 4, gap 2. The only difference is you've got button with background color and the rounded medium. Almost the same. I think the only thing that you're missing is the item stretch. So I'm going to show you what that looks like without the item stretch. And then if I give it a reload, and then you don't have width full as well, right? So I'm going to get rid of width full. Okay, yeah, so that's that. And then if I add item stretch, which is actually nice because it will look better on mobile as well. Oh, I guess it doesn't do anything. Weird. Width full, takes up the whole space. And now if I give it a load, okay, and then if I go, Can I do like percentage? Tailwind max. How do I give Tailwind max width? How do I give it like a max? Okay, like that. 96. Max width medium. I do like that. Okay, that sucks. That's not what I want. Oh, max width medium. In times like this, I like my CSS better. Okay, come on, load for me. Really? Let's make it responsive. Large width full. And then on otherwise I want width okay, otherwise what width do I see on the side? Large justify between. Then load this. Stream lagging. Oh, really? Hey, Clonex Gaming. Good to see you in the chat for the very first time, so welcome. Stream lagging, so I don't know if it's only me. Okay, let me check. Some skipped frames. Okay, sometimes it does that. I've noticed that as well. Let me check my YouTube strength. YouTube quality. Stream is healthy. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. Let me check analytics. Stream health. Stream is healthy. Okay, good. All right. I want to contribute. Hey, Karan. I want to contribute to this project. Can you guide me on which areas I can contribute to? Oh, okay, sure. Oh, look what it did. Okay. Was medium item center? No, medium justify center. Justify. Items. Okay, so where you can contribute is, I actually have written down some to do here. Those are React, Node, Express. Perfect. Design property card, design homepage, design property details. Looks like I finished this almost. Okay, this is what you can do. This fetch property from the database. I said this is a good second issue, but I think you'll be able to do it. And then show recommendation properties in the UI. This is the only stuff that's left. So I'll show you what needs to get done. Now, if I go back to the home page, ooh, another thing you can do, and you should totally do this if you have never done, implement carousel component. And if you've taken my React course, then this is something that I teach in the React course. If you have not taken the React course, this is where the link is. But if you have never developed a carousel component, highly building a carousel component. And this is the React course where I teach how to build a carousel component. Carousel component is basically this one. You have like a slideshow, and then if you press on this button on the left, then you've got the next you've got the next, just like rolls through. But what we want to do is something that is not done yet is first the header. I kind of want to remove the header. I think we don't need the header right now, so don't worry about the header. I'm just going to get rid of it. I think what needs to get done is, if you like this property, at the bottom some recommended properties. You see here, as of now, yesterday we built this, and what is happening is in the recommendations component, this is the component that actually powers this. We have a property listings, property card, but we actually have a list of recommended properties. So if I console log, so you see we have this properties, but this is actually properties coming from using React query to cache the API response. But you see, this is actually an ID of the database. This is an ID of the component of this property from the database. This is not the self like that, but we need to be able to get its data from the database. So this is the ID that it shows. This is the specific ID. It's kind of small, so I'll show it. So recommended properties, it's just showing you the ID. What you need to do is, by using this ID, get the rest of this data. It's actually pretty simple. You don't need to display the embedding, by the way, but you just got to display the bathrooms, bedrooms. It also has an image. Right? Basically need to pass this over to the property card. That's what we have to do. It's super simple. So in here you get a, and this is, I'm gonna log this. To do using the ID from the database, make a query to the database to get the property details, and then you just, that is going to become properties result. But you're actually not fetching from the UI. So you said, I know that in the UI, you're not fetching from the UI, from an API, you're fetching from Convex. It's actually super simple. The only thing you need to do is call use query from this Convex database and just pass that information down to properties result. You just have to put it in properties result. Once you've got that, you just got to make sure that this property result card is showing up at the bottom here. Simple, but good first issue. So I will commit this. And then the next thing you have to do is, once you basically have to just copy that over into this page and add that recommendation component at the bottom here. So if you click love it, then it should show you more properties. Similar idea, just gotta copy that recommendation component, pass that down to the details page. And then somebody needs to implement the carousel, which is not implemented yet. So I'm gonna add this here. What time is it? 12:03. It's February 20. What we're going to do today, you know that it is a celebration day. We're gonna celebrate 3,000 subscribers. Yay! We actually achieved 3,000 subscribers while being on the live stream. We're gonna make chai together. Adding styles to property details. Git push. Oh, I think I added. I shouldn't have added. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do tomorrow. It's actually at 10:30 a.m. in the morning, so I should probably hit the bed. This is what we're gonna do tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna celebrate 3,000 subscribers. It's live in 10 hours. Dang, should probably go get some sleep. Oh my god, look at that. We are 1 subscriber away from 3.1k. Do you have a link to the Figma design? Yes, it's in the GitHub link, like Karan said. Look at that. We are 1 subscriber away from 3,100. Oh my god. I can't believe. Ah, lo-fi. Hold on. Analytics. No, I want to go see the live count of the channel. View your channel. Go live count. Okay. YouTube Studio. See live count. We're gonna be at like 3,100 in with just 1 more subscriber. We're so close. We achieved our goal. Now we're just being overachievers, you know. Wow, we've been already. It feels like only like an hour has passed. Somebody subscribed. Thank you so much to whoever subscribed and helped us get to 3,100. Yay! We're like our goal. I can't believe. I set out this like absurd goal in the beginning of the month. Oh, 1 more person. Thank you. I set out this like absurd goal in the beginning of the month that I was wonder if we can get to 3,000 at the end of this month. And if we do, then I'll make something even silly. I'll do something even silly and I'll make chat together. And guess what? We achieved our goal. Not only just did we achieve our goal, we also went above and beyond. That's the mark of a true Indian. That's the mark of a true Indian. Not only do we achieve our goals, we go above and beyond. Just give us a challenge. That's how we hustle. Not just Indians, you know, just tech people in general. Not exclusive to a single community. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna be live streaming. Hold on. This project is from scratch. Yes. Scratch. Can you believe it? Can you believe this used to be just HTML and CSS? Like it was, if you go back into the GitHub thing, any plan for authentication. I want to add clerk for but if you go back to the GitHub log, you'll see that it was literally just 1 index or HTML file, 1 script.js, and a style.css file. It was literally HTML, CSS. Literally. And then as I started adding more and more, I was like, I'm gonna add React, I'm gonna add Tanstack. Yesterday I added Zushtan. So like as the need arose, I added more and more libraries. But my goal is always to like start off with no libraries at all and do the job without adding an external library if you can. And then something I want to show you is if I have access to it here. I actually don't see it. React Brussels. Oh, the app. I actually presented this. I presented this app in one of my conference talks, but I don't see it here. But anyways, what I wanted to show you was when I presented this talk in a conference, script in HTML. And I told people like, I'm not adding any HTML, CSS to it, so just bear with me. But yeah, it was nothing. It was just HTML and CSS. Kizzy, you're gonna be missing it since I'm sleeping that time. Aww. Well, I hope you watched the re-recording then, or I know, time zone issues. Wait, does that mean that if I start doing live streams at 10:30 a.m. you won't be coming? That sucks. Okay, I'm gonna end final votes they want to do. Come on over to YouTube to add your vote. The final count is 44 votes, so I'm gonna end the vote. I'm gonna end the poll real quick. So, how is 2025 going for you in terms of goals? Come on down and put down your question. Put down your answer. Are you crushing it? Are you on what goals? What's goals? Which is fine too. There is no wrong answer. Some years are better than other years, you know? For tomorrow, does anybody have any questions that they want to start off with? They want to ask away? You can already actually ask them in the video. Did I already share the video? Yeah, I think I shared the video, right? Yeah, here's the video again. You can leave your question in the chat and it'll create a pick them up as I start answering questions. But feel free to leave your questions in the chat. All right, folks, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be seeing you very soon in about 10 hours. What time is it? 12, almost 12, 10:30. You'll be missing tomorrow morning. No. Oh. Well, if you have any questions for me, leave them in the chat. There are 3 things that I'm doing tomorrow. I am going to be releasing the free React interview guide that I've been talking about. I've been creating an ebook for you, which has all of the questions that have ever been asked to me in a React interview. I have given so many interviews so far in my life. So I've put together all of the tips that I use to prepare for a React interview. It's been over a decade appearing for these interviews. So I put together like that 10 years of experience. I'm going to be releasing that book to go and finish that book right now. Oh, last minute stuff. Then I'll be answering your questions. So if you have any questions for me, let me know in the chat. I will be answering the questions. And third, if he wants to get their resume reviewed, I will be reviewing resumes as well. So it'll be a really fun live stream. I'm so excited for it. Thank you, Sterling. I will be missing you tomorrow as well, but I hope you can watch the live stream after. But I will be seeing you very soon. Come and join me for chai tomorrow. If you are in a time zone that is not chai friendly at that time, no problem. I hope you get to wash your hand. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.